Hey guys, it's Magic here. Today I'm in my kid's bedroom, so I apologize for the shaking. There's not really good place to do this in here. Um, but unfortunately the room I usually use has a sleeping baby in it. So, okay. So today I've decided I wanted to do my top Spotify favorites, or at least what Spotify has deemed as my favorites. Um, for instance, I was going to start with my music genres. It listed my top five, which is kind of weird to me because I like all types of music. I listen to all genres, and to me, music is just music. So I don't really know what any of these are or what they mean, or like what kind of music that would be, or what artist would fall into it. The only real genres that I can distinguish from like the way they sound is country and Christian. So all other genres kind of blend together to me. I know that's probably strange, but they do. So it labeled my top five. My fifth one was new wave. That sounds new and exciting, but I have no idea what falls into that. Um, four was viral pop. And apparently, viral pop is, I don't know what that is either, honestly, but I'd assume that it's a lot more viral than regular pop. See what I did there? Three was Christian music, which is kind of funny for any of you who know me, because as you all should know, I am not Christian. I do find some of their music appealing, though. Um, Two was alternative metal, which I guess is different from regular metal or heavy metal. I guess those are all different things. I didn't know. I thought it was all the same. Apparently, I'm wrong. And then the number one, though, was pop. And I'm still not real sure what falls into that. So there's that. Um, I just, I have no idea. So, on that note, I feel like we should move on to my top 10 songs. Now, granted, all 10 of these songs, I have no idea what they are or where they came from. The top 10 songs it gave me was because of my phone had a setting, and I didn't know it had this setting, but apparently it had this setting that every night at 10 o'clock it was going to start, getting ready for bed. And one of the things it would do is it would play music that's meant to, I guess, help you sleep or is supposed to be soothing in some way. And all I knew was at 10 o'clock my phone became possessed and started playing music. I finally figured it out that it was a setting and got it shut off. But apparently, not before my number one song became, I don't know how to say this properly, so I'm probably going to butcher it. Med Slutna Ogon by Najma or Nama Wallen. The song is spelled MED space SLUTNA space O with two little dots on top, GON. I don't know. Apparently I somehow managed to listen to that 40 times in the half of a year that my phone was super possessed. Who knows? Apparently it wasn't possessed, it was just a setting, but it felt like it was possessed to me at the time. No, so I don't know. But number two was Will You Be There When I Wake Up by Gemma Casamati. Three was Cognizant by Lori Dulick. Four was Parts Unknown by Night Poets. Five was Critagia by Elise Ryan. Number six, I have no idea how to say it, so I'm just going to spell it. ET space O with a slash through it, YEBLIKK by Tyne Midland. Seven, Norman Mirza by Emotional Pleasure. Eight, Separated by Juno Reed. 9 was Spirals by Blund or Blundy. I don't know. It's capital B LUN capital D. Asylum by Ani. Now, again, those 10 are probably just because my phone got possessed and played them a lot during that time it was that setting was going off. So the first song on the list that I can actually attest that I listen to frequently would have been number 14, which is Can't Hold Us by Malcolm Moore. Uh, so yeah, I listened to that a lot and danced to that a lot. Probably due to my love of Rachel Hollis and hearing that through her live conferences and stuff that she's done this year. On that note, transition into top podcasts. I have 3 top podcasts because I really only listened to 3 this year because I've been trying to catch up and listen to all of them. Number 3 was the Connections podcast. It is a podcast that talks about emotional awareness and honesty with oneself and basically living in truth instead of distortion. And I found it really helpful. It's really helped me get out of some bad thought patterns and pull myself out of old habits and patterns really easily, and keeps me more grounded in who I am and feeling more secure, and keeps me in truth rather than distortion and negative self-talk. So if that's something that you struggle with, or you just want some answers on what any of that is about, I would recommend checking out the Connections podcast. It is spelled CONNEXIONS. My number 2 was the Rachel Hollis podcast, which when I started listening to it was called the Rise podcast. I've listened to all the episodes except for like the last 3. I just haven't had time. But I really like Rachel, and I really like listening to her. I discovered Rachel Hollis back in would have been 2017 when I joined her 90 days challenge. Yeah, I told myself I was going to drink only water. I was going to drink the water and nothing else until I drank my water, because otherwise I knew me, I wouldn't drink the water. So I did that. But I also gave up fast food. So I gave up fast food, and then I also accidentally gave up caffeine because I was so unused to drinking water. It would take me forever to drink the 60 ounces of water that I was supposed to be drinking. And so I would maybe drink 20, 30 ounces of water in the full day and just wouldn't have any caffeine. So caffeine and fast food withdrawals was awful. My son's SOC workers, when I showed up for a meeting one week, thought I was going to die because of how sick I was. Because I was like, withdrawals. It was awful. But I did get through it, and I started craving that stuff a lot less. I actually kicked the habits for a while until I moved back with my family and kind of got sucked into some bad habits with that. I'm getting out of that again now. I've been reading some books and working on my health and changing my nutrition plan so I can get better health and get back on track to where I want to be, health wise. Then aside from that, I also bought all of her books and her husband's books. I took her life coaching class. I took, I think, one of her husband's life coaching classes. I wanted to take more, just couldn't afford it. So there was that. Attended her conferences this year. It's overall been great. She's really helped me figure out steps, and with her Start Today journal, I've labeled out my goals. With the planner, I figured out how to make those goals easier to achieve. And through reading one of her books, I was actually able to create a roadmap to my goals and was actually able to get my first book published. If you don't know about that, it's called The Shadows That Bind Me. It's on Amazon. It's currently just on paperback and Kindle, but I'm working on having it on Audible, and I'm hoping to have it on Audible by the end of the year. So wish me luck with that. So if you'd rather listen to it rather than read it, there will be that option. So number 1 though is the Rise Together podcast, which was initially a couples podcast between Rachel and Dave, but since some things have happened in their lives and they're trying to figure everything out, Dave has taken it over, and it's about people who don't think alike or look alike or who are basically different, rising together and learning about people that are different from you. And I find that really helpful, especially in today's world where the media pushes so much about how different everybody is and tries to separate us with hate and telling us all these negative things, to learn about this stuff so that way you can walk in more informed and understand where you stand and try to understand where other people stand, and maybe through the differences find how we are all similar and rise together. um, it's a really good podcast. I suggest checking out all three of these podcasts. They've really been amazing and it really helped me out. um, so that being said, we're gonna transition back into the music. He gave me my top 5 for my top artists. Number 5 was Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, which, makes sense since the one I can attest I listened to was Can't Hold Us. It was number 14 on my top songs list. Who knew? Then number 4 was Stephanie Smith. I'm not real sure what kind of music hers is classified as, but I know that I found out about her at a Bible camp I went to when I was a teenager. I really liked her, but I can't ever find any of her stuff. Like, can't find her CDs. I found a lot of her stuff on YouTube, but I can't seem to find any of it on Spotify. There's like one album, and I know that there's another one, but at least another one, and it's just not there. So I don't know. I don't know what that's about. Hopefully, it becomes available soon. Number 3 is Britt Nicole. The one song I know for sure that she plays I like a lot is When She Cries. It's one of the 2 songs that I typically refer to as theme song for my life. Now there's actually 3 songs I consider that way, but initially she was one of the 2 that I considered that, and it was When She Cries by Britt Nicole. It's I think she's classified as Christian. I'm not real sure though. But I don't know. I really like her music though. And then number 2 was Beth Crowley, which is a new artist I think I ran across either this past year or the year before. And she, I don't know, a lot of her music just speaks to me and where I'm at a lot in my life, or how I feel a lot. One of my favorite songs by her is 13 Reasons, or Reasons, I can't remember. It's called something with Reasons. And then there is Eyes Wide Open, and I Am Not Nothing. I Am Not Nothing has spoken to me so many times and has made me feel so much better so many times. I don't know. I listen to it when I'm feeling down and it helps me out of my slump usually. And then my number 1 is Three Doors Down, apparently. Apparently I listen to a lot of that. Unfortunately, I can't name a single song that they play. So there is that. But they're my number 1, guys. I do like Three Doors Down. I know I do. I purposely looked for their music a lot this year, but for whatever reason, I can't think of any songs that they play. Oh, that's unfortunate. All right. Well, that's my top Spotify lists for now. I don't know. I don't think there were any more. Pretty sure there weren't. So, since that's it, guys, thank you for watching. And if you like this video or any of my videos, I would encourage you to subscribe if you don't mind. I mean, it would really help me out, and it'll also keep you informed on if I post any more videos that you might be interested in. And I am working on my escalator challenge. I just have to get a ride to a place with an escalator. Sucks not being able to drive sometimes. Also, if a couple people have asked me to read my book myself on the channel, so if you would be interested in that or would like me to do that, leave a comment and let me know. Alright guys, remember, love always wins, so go out and spread the love, okay?